Welcome to the channel and to this video, which is called the To Be Read TBR December 2019. My name is Phil. So let's talk about the books that we're going to start reading this next month. I guess I'll go ahead and start off.
I'm going first.
Okay.
Okay, one of the first books that I want to read this month is Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. It is... Right here. I love it when it ends up on top of my face. It's the sequel to The Lies of Locke, Lamora. I don't have a whole lot to say about it since it is a sequel. It's going to continue following Locke and John and their continued heists.
This one should look familiar.
If you watched our wrap-up.
Woohoo!
New record.
I know. No, I'm going to finish this one. It's going to be done.
What is it called? Who's it by?
Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. It's delightful.
So I have the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. I'm like a little over halfway.
Yeah.
I started this one a couple months ago, but I kept reading it on night shift. And it's kind of a hard one to read on night shift when I get tired and I'm like, I don't get it. So I want to wrap this one up.
I'll get it when I'm fully awake.
Exactly, yeah. So this one is just about the world keeps ending and they're called seasons. Like with just these big disasters that happen basically. And there's just been a big disaster and it's going to be the last one. Like the world really is ending now. And so it just is following characters as they go through that.
The next book that I'm going to read is called An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. You had a good look at it. So, from what I understand, it's like adult Harry Potter. There are magicians, there are muggles that are called mundanes.
Oh, yeah.
And people like join houses and fight each other to the death, basically, with magic. And so I just started it today. Seems pretty interesting. We'll see where it goes.
The next book on my TBR is Stone of Farewell by Tad Williams. This is the second book in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series.
So you'll see this on our wrap-up, maybe March.
Yep. So, if you haven't seen any of our previous videos, I finished the first book in November, and I started it in August. Not because it's a bad book, but because I only read it before bed. So, goal with this book is
2
to
months.
not do that.
Good goal.
So, I am really excited. The last book ended on a cliffhanger, and so I'm really excited to get back into that world and read more. So,
A series that both of my sisters have read, and I used to be ahead of Ariel and was the Raven Boy. I'm on the second one, the Dream Thieves, and I started it so many times, but I never have like really gotten into it and stuff.
It's my least favorite one.
that
Yeah,
one was rough.
but I'm determined to finish that series like by the end of the year. I mean, I loved the first one. It's so good, and I just think the whole like storyline sounds amazing, so I really want to finish there's 4 of them, aren't there? So I want to finish the last 3.
The next book I have is another one that I've started, but I've only read like 1 chapter, and it is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. My goal isn't to finish it this month, because this is a chunker. It's over 1,000 pages, so I just want to make some more progress in this one, and maybe finish it, hopefully, like in January.
March.
So the only other book that I really have planned for December would be Lies of Locke, Lamora. I feel like that's been talked about a lot on this channel. It's obviously a pretty good book amongst us as far as discussing it. It's and I've been really liking it too. I don't have too much further to go. Looking forward to the end. Looks like it's going to be a scotcha.
It was?
I'm not alluding to anything in the plot, by the way. I just thought that sounded pretty cool.
Okay.
Alright. Next book on my TBR is Path of Daggers. This is the 8th book in the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan.
And who's that?
That is my favorite person in the whole wide world, Randall Thor on the cover. Obviously, since it's the 8th book, really don't have a lot to say about this that's not spoiler filled. Yeah, I am very curious to see how this all turns out. tragically, I still have another 6 books to go before I finish that.
So then I have a carryover from last month, book I didn't get to. Harp of Kings by Juliet Mary Elliott. I still don't know a lot about the plot of this one. There's probably going to be a harp and some kings. But
Really?
she writes historical fantasy. And they're
Oh,
always,
great. Yeah. So,
And they're always set over in Ireland.
Next book that I want to read is Desert Spear, book 2 in the Demon Cycle by Peter V. Brett. We read The Warded Man for book club last month.
Some of us did.
Well,
I'm almost done.
Phil and I finished it for book club last month. But so it follows 3 people. There's demons in their world and humans aren't able to fight them. And they're pretty much just in hiding and the demons are killing everyone. It's just a continuation of that series. Like most of the books in my pile, I can't tell you much about it without it being spoiler filled. So there you go.
Then I have another book by Juliet Mary Elliott. I have Child of the Prophecy, which is this is the 3rd book in the Seven Waters trilogy. So this one, I can't tell you a whole lot again because of spoilers, but the first one is about a girl whose 7 brothers get turned into swans, and so then it follows her trying to break that curse. And then it just kind of progresses down. They don't necessarily follow all the same characters, but it's like they're related to characters from the previous books, so I'm looking forward to this one.
one book that I definitely will start in December is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. It's the 2nd book after Skyward, which is about a girl on a planet. It's a sci-fi, futuristic, post-Earth type of book where she wants to be a pilot and she finds this ship that has AI or something that can talk to her, and it's pretty cool. So if you've read Brandon Sanderson, which most of us have, we all agree that he's a really good author. And I will plug him anytime that I can. Even though this isn't one of his Cosmere books, mainstream Way of Kings type of books, it's a really good read. Really short, really fun. It is YA as well. So it's very accessible. And it's a good time. So it just got released like a couple days ago. So I am super hyped and super stoked to get it.
Christmas.
Can't come soon enough.
All right. So my next book is also a carryover from last month, and that is Dead House Gates, which is the 2nd book in the Book of the Malazan by Stephen Erickson. And so this book is good.
All right, move on.
They're kind of hard to describe. I haven't read them, but nobody's ever been able to really like describe what they're about.
It's really hard too. So Gardens on the Moon is the 1st book, and it follows a whole cast of characters, and then this book takes place like at the same time but in a different part of the world, and it's a whole new set of characters. And so he has a lot of storylines within this series, and so it's really hard to sum up. I'll finish it this month. That's all I have to say.
Okay. I have Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. And this one is
Another
about...
carryover.
Well, I didn't start this one, so it is a carryover, I guess. But it was on my TBR for last month, but I didn't get to it. So we'll see if I can get to it before it's due at the library again. So this one's about a girl whose family... She comes from a family of witch doctors, but she doesn't have any magic. And then I think there's like a demon that's kind of like coming back to life, and she has to try to stop it. Sounds interesting.
It's exciting.
Intriguing.
Okay, so I about a little over halfway done with Obelisk Gate, and I would also like to finish Stone Sky this month. I wanted to finish this one this month, but I didn't. So these are books 2 and 3 from the 5th season, the Broken Earth trilogy. So yeah, she already talked about those, and I'm hoping to finish the trilogy. I'm excited to.
So then the last book I have is Magnolia Sword, The Ballad of Mulan, which is yet another carryover. I'm a little bit less than halfway done with it. I like lost the book for a while. I put it on a chair and then put like my coat on top of it, and I was like, where the heck did it go?
Oh no!
So I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't find it, so I'll finish that this month.
Smooth.
But it's a Mulan retelling.
I have a few more books that I'm hoping to get through this month. We have The Time of Content, which is the second book in the Witcher series. Not a trilogy. There's more than 2. I think there's like 6 and then the 2 prequels.
There's more than 2.
Oh my
Trilogy
gosh.
is 3.
I'm starting to get that Thanksgiving brain.
We're trying to get through because we want to go eat pie.
Yeah.
Just thinking about pie now.
Get out of the way, Gerald.
I'm excited for that one. I also want
many
to
books.
finish up this series. It's a trilogy, which means 3. And that is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. I don't have much to say about that. And
I
then
wanted to read The Last Wish, and I had it, but I don't know where it went.
you lost my book.
No, I mean, I just like barely had it.
Oh.
Anyways, I want to read The Last Wish, but carry on.
Okay, so then the books that we decided to read for our book club in December, we decided to go with 2 this month. Is that correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
I have to double check on what the other one is called. But
Classic.
Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. If you don't know what A Christmas Carol is about, you've been living under a rock. But, so, you've got your Scrooge. He hates Christmas.
You got the 3 ghosts that try to get him to come like Christmas. That's
Yep.
basically it.
But it's just a really good classic Christmas story. And then the other one that we're going to read this month is called Letters from Father Christmas, and it's by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it's exactly what the name implies. These are letters that Tolkien wrote to his children as he was pretending to be Santa Claus. And I guess a lot of them have like these really intricate stories. They talk about what's going on at the North Pole, what Santa is doing, and then they just compiled them into a book. So I'm excited to read that one
Sounds
too.
interesting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Okay, then last, we thought it'd be fun if we picked books for each other's TBR, but just
Except
the
Phil.
sisters. Sorry, Phil.
That's okay.
So we each picked a book for each sister. So since you're the oldest, do you want to go first?
Yes. So I picked the same book for both of you, unless I can't remember if Nicole's read it or not. So
I don't know.
I picked The Scarlet Pimpernel.
I love the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Have you read it?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay, well then I have another one for
Oh,
you.
okay.
Okay, so Erica will be reading The Scarlet Pimpernel.
So good.
And it's by Baroness Orczy, and it's set during the French Revolution, and the Scarlet Pimpernel is a figure that is saving people from having their heads chopped off. And
So good.
it is, it's really good. So for Nicole then, I have The Elusive Pimpernel, which is another book.
Dark, elusive Pimpernel.
That's the one. So this one also follows the Scarlet Pimpernel, and it's just another one in the series that Baroness Orczy has made. So
Stoked.
enjoy. Okay, my favorite thing about that copy though, I'll show you. See this tiny scrap of paper in there? I keep it in there because guess what chapter it's in? The scrap of paper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You're hilarious.
I think it's funny.
I'm the next oldest.
You are.
So for Ariel, I have Daughter of the Forest, which is
good.
what I just was talking about, where her brothers are turned into swans.
I'm excited. I want to read this one.
I really like it.
Okay.
And then for
Fantastic.
Nicole, I have The Phantom of the Opera
Yes.
by Gaston Leroux.
Wow, I'm gonna be full of classics today.
Yes, well, this
Yes,
one's
yeah.
hilarious. This
It
one,
is.
if you don't know, it's about, they're in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in Paris, and there's
an
an
opera
opera
house.
There's an opera ghost, and he's like taken this young singer Christine Daae under his wing. But like, who is he? What's going on? There's just weird stuff happening, but it's really
Is
funny.
she crazy?
Yes.
So, I'm the baby. So for Ariel, I have picked All Fall Down by Allie Carter, so I don't have a physical copy of it.
So how am I gonna read it?
You have to get it from the library.
And
It's fine.
Work.
It's on Scribd.
Oh, okay.
It's an audiobook.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
can
checked.
do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this one kind of like was a little mind-blowing to me. And it's like the Embassy Row series, so like that should tell you that they live on, the Embassy Row. So
It's not death row.
yeah, it's really good. I really like that one. And then for Erica, I literally just went and found a title of a book that I thought sounded interesting.
Well, have you read it?
No, I haven't. You read all the books I've read.
Apparently Nicole missed the point of TBR, but that's okay. I'll read it anyways.
You've read all the books I've read,
Okay, well,
pretty much. This is actually it's on my to-read list as well, but you know.
No, it's not.
Not officially.
Not officially on Goodreads.
Now it is.
Great. So it's The Thinking Woman's Guide to Real Magic by Emily Croy Barker.
Oh, you know what? I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
did
So
you
that's
know?
the one we looked at when we were at
Oh,
Barnes
that's
and
right.
Noble the other day, and I was
It
like,
did sound good.
yeah, I thought
What's
it's
it about?
a woman caught in an alternate world
Oh,
where she needs to learn magic to survive.
okay.
And I just, when I heard Thinking Woman, I was like, Erica.
Thanks, I think. Anyways, those are the books we want to read for the month of December. I don't know if I'll get to all of them because, I mean, I didn't last time or, like, any time before this, so.
It really doesn't bother me though.
Nope, it's fine. Carry them
Yeah.
over.
You set your goals high, and you.
This isn't what he was saying earlier when he had his TBR of 2. It's like, I'm gonna set my goal real low because then I'll be like amazing.
Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.
Bye.